Hello, this is V. Scott. I give you news, scandals, Black history, poetry, and more here. Thank you for coming to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to you down
Here
in
at
the
10 o'clock,
comments.
this pregnant mother had her entire life ahead of her with her kids. That's until her boyfriend, who's accused of killing her, snuffed out her future. Billy Adams lured Elena Sims with a promise of a party days after he was acquitted of double murder. And tonight, in a story you'll only see on Fox 13, one juror tells us they knew he would kill again. Fox 13's Janae Lewis joins us live in studio with this powerful story. Hi there, Janae. What exactly brought this juror to come forward?
Mark, the juror decided to speak with us given the publicity of the case because he wanted people to understand their role. He says it was a horrible feeling to see Sims' death happening just days after Adams' acquittal. January 27, 2023, more than 2 years after being charged with the murders of Trayvon Alberry and Daniel Thompson.
State of Florida versus Billy Adams III.
Billy Adams would hear the jury's verdict on murder charges. On count 1,
The defendant is not guilty.
on count 2,
The defendant is not guilty.
visible relief on Adams' face, but now we know the jury wasn't exactly comfortable with its decision.
I want to make clear that no one on the jury actually believed Billy Adams' testimony, but we didn't have to believe his testimony. What we needed to find was proof of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and we could not find that.
Asking us to conceal his identity for safety, this juror spoke exclusively to Fox 13, calling the deliberations intense and initially divided.
I feel strongly because the prosecution left gaping holes in their case, and they did not equip us with what we needed to reach a verdict of premeditated first-degree murder.
Adams claimed he was in fear for his life when he fired the fatal shots in a home recording studio. He even took the stand and testified in his own defense. Criminal defense attorneys not involved with this case say these kinds of cases are always tough for prosecutors.
Especially in a case like this, where you have a defendant who takes the stand and he tells the story and he looks the jurors in the eyes in a convincing manner, explaining why he felt that it was necessary for him to act in self-defense and kill them before he could be killed.
He was not justified in his actions when he shot and killed Trayvon Alberry and Daniel Thompson.
The juror we spoke with says the state didn't present sufficient evidence to prove otherwise.
The prosecution, while it's not required to provide a motive, didn't provide a motive. So we had to say either this young man, for no apparent reason, got up and executed in cold blood these two men, who he may have come there with or may not have come there with, or his story.
He says instructions were clear. The state must prove premeditated murder beyond a reasonable doubt. So the jury voted to acquit Adams, even though it left at least some of them with an uneasy feeling.
To have to free someone when you thoroughly believe he probably was guilty is a terrible thing to do. I even said to one of the other jurors, the other jurors stated that he'll be back here. And I said, yes, but then there'll be another body.
And less than 3 days after his acquittal, Tampa police would find the body of 22-year-old Elena Sims feet away from her young son sleeping. Police would quickly link Adams to her death, alleging he lured her there, then shot and killed the pregnant woman because he didn't want to be a father. When this juror heard that news,
It came as quite a shock, even though I expected at some point he might reoffend. I didn't think it would be just a few days after we acquitted him.
he believes the next jury Billy Adams faces will be in a better position.
We had to follow the law, and I'm glad that in this second case, this second trial, there will be apparently overwhelming evidence of his guilt. The next jury will be able to take this person off the streets for good.
We received a statement from the state attorney's office that reads in part, while we respect the verdict of the jury in the prior case, we disagreed with it, and that is why we prosecuted him. We will continue to work with TPD to prosecute him for these latest crimes. Adams was denied bond in the most recent case, where he's also claiming self-defense. Police say Adams admitted to the latest killing after the stories he gave him didn't add up.